Let me first give you a pleasant distraction from the topic. Let me tell you about some brave hearts whom you haven't heard of before. Sipahi Hazrat Ali and Sarwar Chora. I will start with Sipahi Hazrat Ali. Yes, Mr. Ali, please tell me, what should I call you? Should I call you Hazrat Ali or just Hazrat? Please let me know. Sir, we have written this Hazrat with the name Ali because our tribe does not take Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu name without adding Hazrat with it. So when my parents wanted to name me Ali, they named me Hazrat Ali. Secondly, if you only call me Hazrat, that is too much for me because I'm younger than you and I'm not that mature. And if you only call me Ali, this is not appropriate. But sir, you can call me anything, but if you will ask me, I would say that you can call me Hazrat Ali. We usually don't take Maula Ali's name alone, even it's a name of some other person. Sipahi Hazrat Ali from Chitral Scouts. What a brave boy he was. A born markhor, speed of a cheetah. After this brief introduction, whenever I used to meet Hazrat Ali, I used to tell him that, Hazrat Ali, your name is enough. Your name is the terror for Indians. And because of the name you have to save all of us. So he used to come forward and smile. Sir, believe me, with Hazrat Ali with you, nothing will happen to you. He was hardly 20-21. But what a fighter this Chitrali Markhor was. Maybe Lama Iqbal Saab has written this verse for brave people like Hazrat Ali. That turning, grabbing, hitting is just an excuse to keep the blood hot. As I told you earlier that we did not have anyone to wash our uniforms, iron them, we did not have any backman there. And there was no water on Tiger Hill. The water we used to carry was only for our necessities. So often when we attacked the Indian post, apart from ammunition and food, we used to pick up their uniforms also. I remember the Rajputana rifles and Madras unit uniforms were laying with us. Our clothes got dirty, we discarded them, and I wore a Rajputana rifles trouser and a Madras unit shirt over it. And I started looking pretty weird, like an Indian soldier who was wearing Madras unit and Rajputana rifles both. What could I do? I was helpless. And above this, on this occasion, I had to go to Tololing. When I was moving towards Tololing with my 3 companions who were wearing the same or even more strange get-up than me, we started getting fire from our own post from Tololing. Yes, you heard it right. Our own people opened fire on us. It was Hazrat Ali who opened the machine gun fire on us. And we started screaming and we said, Hazrat Ali, hey, come on, look, it's us. Hazrat Ali, stop. Anyways, you know when the sound of bullets is coming from the machine gun, and where does the sound of a normal person can reach? With great difficulty, we went behind the rocks. Wallahi, dying like this was a haram maut, and silently we were looking at each other's face and thinking that if we had to die, it should have been an Indian bullet. I broke the silence and said, वैसे गोलियां तो इंडियन ही हैं. The bullets are Indian. चलाने वाला हमारा अपना बंदा है. Again with great difficulty, you can say that while taking advantage of our commando training, we somehow moved a little ahead. And Hazrat Ali took a little time to reload the machine gun. So we called out to him. We actually screamed out to him. After which he recognized our voice and he said, Sir, is this you? And we were like, why are we screaming at you for so long if it's not us? So Hazrat Ali laughed and said, Sir, I actually thought and was happy that I have shot the Indians. They have been shot. That is why they are screaming. How could I know that you are wearing their uniforms? And he just moved his gun a bit. And we were like, hey. Please. You would have taken us somewhere, Hazrat Ali. And we all started laughing. Hazrat Ali was a dangerous man. Let me rephrase it for you. Hazrat Ali was a dangerous man with a dangerous weapon. This is when we shared a code with Hazrat Ali so he can recognize us to be saved for the next time. When our people on Tololing saw us coming up, they used to say Alpha, Alpha, and we used to say Papa kill, Papa kill. Now when we used to go to Tololing and the approach was like 600 to 700 meters away, we started shouting the code to Hazrat Ali. Sometimes his code, sometimes our code, sometimes both. Also with many other phrases that brother please don't shoot, it's us, this is me, look at me. Whatever came into our mind under pressure. Wallah, Hazrat Ali's pressure was way more than the Indian pressure. He was too good at machine gun. Massive respect. He just required milliseconds to turn you into minced meat, to turn you into garbage. It was impossible to escape his fire. Once he said to me, "Sir, now when you go down for supplies, take me with you. I will pick up the luggage." I was like, "Oh, come on man, leave it. Stay at your post. What you gonna do? Go down all the way? It's like really dangerous." He was like, "Sir, please, I have to go with you. You bring things belonging to the Indians. I will also go with you. It will be fun." And I was like, "Oh, hello. You want to go all the way 12 kilometers down, fight the Indians, take the luggage, lift the luggage and come all the way up 12 kilometers? Leave it, bro. Just sit on the machine gun. We don't want to end up lifting you also with the luggage and scaling up the mountain. Straighten your hand on this machine gun. Kill the Indians here." He said, "Sir, you know they barely come up and those who come up I already killed them. I just get bored and I just want to go for once, sir. Please." I was like, okay, fine Hazrat Ali. We're not going today. Next time whenever we go, I'm gonna take you with me. But before that, you need to show us some of your cooking skills. Here, take this meat and cook barbecue for us. If you succeed in doing that, I'm gonna take you. After 3 to 4 days, we got a report that the main depot of Indians below has some new goods because they were distributing it from there, so we could see that. And a lot of our posts have seen these new boxes and these new things. So we said, let's go get the new stuff. Many of our posts were sending us demands. They kept sending me messages. So when are you going down? Are you not going down? What is the problem? Do you want us to come with you? So I was like to my unit, okay, let's go man. And I remembered Hazrat Ali. So I sent him a message. I said, Hazrat Ali, are you ready? You have to go with us. So very happily he told me on the wireless that, sir, I am absolutely ready. You come soon. I am ready. And you don't have to leave me, please. So I reached Hazrat Ali's post. The depot was down in Hulayal. So I told Hazrat Ali, come on boy, let's go. We took Hazrat Ali with us and we were like 4 in total. This was the main ordinance of Indians. It took us about 5 to 6 hours to reach down. There were a few people sitting there. With great regret, we sent them all to hell. And after that, we found out different things there. They had shoes, they had uniform, they have a lot of boxes of ration, there was ammunition. So we took a lot of things little by little. So this became too much. When I looked at Hazrat Ali, he seems to have collected a lot of things for his friends who were present on the post. Now the problem with this was that when we were getting down, these people who are from this area, Chitral, Gilgit, Hunza, these are our scouts. They are very tough. They are thin but really muscular. Like they are made up of stone. Like they are made up of solid concrete. We have seen this many times. If a bullet hits them, the bullet will not penetrate as much as it penetrates a normal person. And one more thing I've seen in them, that when they get a wound, their blood does not come out as fast as it comes out of someone who lives in plain lands. Climbing the mountain seems to them like we are walking in the fields. They don't run out of breath like we do. From generations to generation, they have been hardened on the tough atmosphere and terrain. Their lungs are customized. Thin air lungs, whether climbing up or down. This is not easy, it's a complete marathon. How to find the track, how to find the way, at which point you have to get down, at which point you have to be a little faster, which point you have to stop and keep your feet. They are auto-configured. Let me tell you one interesting fact, that if 70% of Indian army people have been killed by our bullets, then 30% of their soldiers have fallen from the mountains and died. Wallahi, they were absolute juveniles. And whom they were competing with? The Chitralis, the GB people. Very funny. No, this is actually very funny, really. And this fun fact got thousands of Indians killed. The people of Gilgit-Baltistan have always suppressed and defeated the Indian army. You can see that in the War of Kashmir, the Independence War in 1948, they were scouts in it. You can see the War of 65, you can see the War of 71, or you can even see the War of Kargil. It's actually in their blood to kill the Indians from generation after generation. You know why the Hindu Kush mountains are called Hindu Kush, means slaughterhouse of Hindus? Because long before the British Empire, the partition, when these Hindus, they used this route to travel to their temples in Jammu, they used to cross these mountains, and these people, the locals over there, used to catch them and kill them. That is why the Hindus themselves named the mountains Hindu Kush. It's like a bad joke that now the Hindutva goons in India, they say that they want to capture GB, they want to capture Gilgit-Baltistan. You want the Indian army to get slaughtered? Be our guest. You see, we were like properly trained for mountainous warfare in SSG. But still we used to keep our feet very cautiously on the track so we don't slip. But these local here like Hazrat Ali, they were like actually flying. 1 feet down, 1 feet up in the air, the other down, the other in the air. It was really difficult for us to catch with him. Now we can't even call him from behind and say, "Hey Hazrat Ali, walk slowly." He was our junior. We said in our heart that why the hell we brought him with us. Anyways, as I told you, we reached down, we picked up the supplies, and when I saw him, Hazrat Ali has picked up a lot of supplies, a lot of luggage. I said, "Hazrat Ali, you came down without anything, but how will you climb now with so much luggage on you?" He said to me in front of everyone, "Sir, you have those 2 cartons of bullet. You can give me those also." And I was like, "Okay, take them, fine, here you go." Wow, this is what I call having a bad day. What happened was that he was not afraid of carrying any luggage. Hazrat Ali picked up that luggage also and started climbing in front of our eyes. He was faster then. He was faster than getting down. He put his foot on the left. He put his foot on the right. And Hazrat Ali is 15 yards ahead of us. He was actually walking and we were running fast behind him. We were breathing heavily. The 2 other people who were with me, they said, "Sir, we will not come with you in future. Please, if you bring this guy with you. This guy is a maniac. What is he doing? Is he running in 100 meters Olympics or what?" They said to me that they feel humiliated in their hearts. How the hell he is climbing and they are out of breath? Well, I had no answers because my condition was pretty similar to them. The problem was the pace from which he was climbing up. We were having trouble to catch up with the same pace. कई बार ऐसे लगता था ये अभी गिरा, he's just about to fall, he's just about to fall. But he didn't. I will tell you the truth. In these 3 months, I have scaled these mountains hundreds of times. But that day, I prayed to Allah in my heart that, "Oh Allah, please finish this journey for us soon." When half the way was passed, I made a big excuse to him. And I was like, hey, Hazrat Ali, wait, slow down bro, the enemy is sitting there. We can come under his fire. Walk slowly, take cover. You're too fast. He was like, "Sir, don't worry, when the fire comes, we will see. We also have guns. If the fire comes, we will shoot them upside down. And you don't worry, sir, we came up to a very good height. We are invisible to the enemy now. The enemy will not fire at us here." And I was like in my heart that, "Hazrat Ali, I will remember this day all my life." And look, I am remembering it after 25 years. This guy was crazy. First he started killing us with his machine gun. Now he will kill us by making us run on the mountain. We brought a lot of stuff from there. Lentils, sugar, tea, salt, everything. Noodles. We also got a good share of ammunition. But honestly speaking, Hazrat Ali alone was carrying more supplies than us 3. Finally we reached our post and this misery ended. And after that, many times Hazrat Ali inquired and asked me that, "Sir, can I come with you when you go down to take stuff from the Indians?" And I always used to say, no, Hazrat Ali, we already have it. I will let you know whenever we are going next. That next never came. Thank you very much, Mr. Hazrat Ali. I love you on the machine gun. For the next 7 days, there was continuous bombing on Tololing, and we had repulse attack at brigade level. 9 to 10 big attacks. We had 3 listening posts on Tololing, and Hazrat Ali was sitting on the second post on our right flank, and under that, just 600 meters away, was the base camp of Rajputana Rifle. It was about 3 hours away from Tololing that we saw some flames coming out of the mountain. Heavy artillery fire and rocket fire. At least 1400 to 1500 shells and similar amount of rockets had hit the mountain. We could barely see anything because the artillery was firing from the right flank, so the first landing range was Hazrat Ali's post, and on top of it they fired countless rockets, and at that time Hazrat Ali post had a total of 7 people. Captain Ammar was also present there, and at least 2500 Indian soldiers had surrounded the 7 people, and we were moving very fast towards the post, but the post still was very far from us, and from Hazrat Ali's bunker we could see sparks of machine gun left, right, and the screams of Indian soldiers were echoing in the air. We were 4 people and we started running towards Hazrat Ali's post. Hazrat Ali was smashing the Indians. Anyone who would lift his head would be a juice in the air. His head will fly in the air. Just like you put red juice in a glass and splash it in the air. But there were too many, and their commanding officer was cursing them and moving them ahead in the groups to gain 5, 6 meters. 30, 40 Indians were grouping together and coming forward. Hazrat Ali's machine gun was splashing them around, and Indians were screaming to death. By this time we reached the main post on Tololing, and from there we quickly went down on the right flank, running towards Hazrat Ali's post. We could see Hazrat Ali firing the machine gun. We were on one side and Hazrat Ali was in the middle, and the Indians were on the other side. Suddenly Hazrat Ali ran out of bullets, and Indians took this as an opportunity. They started firing RPGs upwards. Now we had almost reached Hazrat Ali's bunker and we took cover. The Indians fired at least 70 to 80 RPGs per minute. One of them fell very close to Hazrat Ali and he was badly injured. We were now about a minute away. Hazrat Ali has collected a lot of stones around him in his post. He picked up those stones, and in that injured state, he started hitting the Indians with those stones. These stones were no less than an artillery shell. When they hit you from this side, they pierce through your skull. They would tear your brain away. And this is what happened. 10 to 15 Indians who were coming forward with more enthusiasm, they were lying there dead with their skulls open and their eyes popping out from the sockets. In the meantime, when we came to the post, we opened fire. The Indians felt that a lot of reinforcement had come from behind, and 2,500 men just stopped and took cover behind the rocks. Meanwhile, these people were sitting here. Their commanding officers in the bases, they became impatient. They wanted them to move forward and capture the bunker, but no one was ready to move forward. So what the Indian commanders did, they started artillery fire on their own people, and imagine around 250 Indian soldiers were caught up in that artillery fire because it was falling on them. Maybe the commanders wanted them to move forward, that is why they were pressurizing them on their own position. 250 Indian soldiers died of that artillery shelling. Almost 100 desperate runners were shot in the head by us, and around 400 people, I can just give you an estimate on this, jumped off the peak, killing themselves. Big damage Indian army got in trying to capture the Barbad bunker, the bunker of Sipahi Hazrat Ali. And the irony is that in the end they were unable to capture it. When I looked at Hazrat Ali, he was bleeding a lot. I tore the cloth and tied it on his stomach so that his intestine, which you can say was almost outside, I gathered it and put it inside and tied the cloth on his stomach. I said, "You sit here, Hazrat Ali. Let me go down and kill more of them." I stood up and I was going ahead. He raised his hand and grabbed my hand. He said to me, "Sir, pick me up. I'll come with you." It just brought tears in my eyes. I knew, and Hazrat Ali also knew, that so much blood loss has happened and he will not be able to survive. But see the courage of that man, that he said that even a second of his life is left, then he will fight for his country. He will not waste that second laying down, waiting to die. "What will I do here, sir? Grab me, please." I lifted Hazrat Ali up by all saying, "Ya Ali Madad." He stood up and Alhamdulillah we went forward. We saw many Indians were dead. Many people were running here and there. Hazrat Ali pointed towards some bodies and told me that these were the kill in the night and these other one are the new kills. Hazrat Ali was a master of hand-to-hand combat. He used to grab the chin of the enemy and smack it upwards. He pointed towards the body and told me, "Sir, do you know who is this?" It was just a body with no legs, only the torso. Sarji, this is Vivek Gupta. He used to shout a lot from below. I silenced him. He thought he could run faster than my bullets. Well, I think he had very fast legs. Because there down you see, those are his legs. I think out of fear, his legs outran his body. He was shot from behind and his entire back, stomach, everything flew away. We stood there and called out the Indians. Said, "Come, take your men. There are like 700 bodies over here. Come and take them. At least take your officers. Don't worry, we are also very tired. We will take rest. We will not shoot you now." There was dead silence. After 15 to 20 minutes, the artillery shells started again, and the remaining Indians, who were like 300-400 away from us, ran down. Once again, the shells were not targeting us, but the Indians. After like 3 to 4 hours, fresh mountain regiment and Rajputana rifles attacked us again, and this attack was also very intense. Hazrat Ali was shot 3 to 4 more bullets. When we sat there, I looked at Hazrat Ali. He was looking at me with a smile and saying that, "Sir, will you take me home or not?" And I was like, "Hazrat Ali, you are not ready to go alive. Now when you will be martyred, then if I survive, then I promise I will take you there." "And what about this dying thing? By the way, the real thing is that you had promised us, Hazrat Ali, that you will save us all. And now you are laying down here talking about that, well, we are being shelled heavily by the Indians and these new brigades of Rajputana rifles are shooting RPGs on us. What is this, Hazrat Ali?" Hazrat Ali just tried to get up and said, "Sir, give me the gun." "Sir, aap please Gul Bhai ko bole. Please tell Gul Nabi to hand my gun back to me." And I said to Gul Nabi, "Give him his gun, give him his position." And Hazrat Ali took control of his machine gun once again. After some moments of silence, again some companies of Rajputana rifle started approaching us, and Hazrat Ali started smashing them again. The shelling resumed again, and we had some rockets falling very near to our post. I was hit by some sharpnels, and some of them hit Hazrat Ali too. It seems there was no more blood in Hazrat Ali to be lost. I could see him firing, but same time I could see him fading also. And then he just took his last breath. Hazrat Ali was martyred due to blood loss and excessive injuries. I myself closed his eyes. I removed his finger from the trigger. Finally, after a battle of 7 to 8 hours, the Indians went back to their base camps, and I saw from the side Ammar coming up. I said to him, "Sir, where are you coming from?" And when he looked at me, he said, "Hey, Tiger, you saved again? Good to see you alive." Ammar used to call me, Captain Ammar used to call me Tiger, Cheetah. 4 people came down from our upper post to replace us, and we picked up Hazrat Ali. I picked up Hazrat Ali on my shoulder and we took him to the main post. And from there, we sent Hazrat Ali's body back to Pakistan. Whenever you go to Gilgit-Baltistan, do visit a small village Gipas. Hazrat Ali's grave is there and do meet his family. The Braveheart sleeps there in his village. Kargil is 24 kilometers from LOC on Indian side. And those who are martyrs of Kargil, whose graves you see in Pakistan, they were not martyred in Pakistan. We brought them back from Indian occupied Kashmir. Dras, Kargil and Batalik sector. Pakistan army never leaves their brothers. We will never leave any of our wounded. We will never leave any of our martyrs. And we will never leave any of our living soldiers. We live with them happily. And we die with them gracefully. Let me tell you about another Kargil war hero of Pakistan. Sarwar Chora. This episode of TGOK, The Ghost of Kargil, the audiobook by Naveed Ali Sheikh in English language ends here. If you want to hear more episodes, please log on to sarias.com where you can purchase the Ghost of Kargil badge, you can purchase the audiobooks or the subscription. Also, you can hear to the same episode without the background score. Looking forward to host you on sarias.com.